Experts in emergency management say the company behind the submersible that imploded during a recent dive to the Titanic ignored key principles that guide organizations working in high-risk environments. Experts say ferrying paying passengers to the floor of the North Atlantic could be compared to the immensely risky work of companies that launch space flights, drill for offshore oil, fight wildfires, or operate nuclear power plants. A York University professor says those companies are highly reliable organizations that operate in complex, high-hazard domains for extended periods of time without serious accidents or catastrophic failures. On the other hand, there was evidence that the submersible company Oceangate was not reliable and tried to simplify a very serious and complex mission. The sub tragically imploded with 5 people on board. Joining us now to break down these comments is emergency management professor Jack Rozdilski from York University. Professor, since the submersible went missing and then later finding out that it had imploded, there have been many stories of people who have been on it before talking about safety concerns and close calls. One way the company might have looked at these close calls is proof of success, but you say that shouldn't be the case.
Yes. The way I look at this crisis is through the perspective of something called a high reliability organization. And a high reliability organization is the type of organization that operates in complex, high hazard domains for extended periods of time without experiencing accidents or catastrophic failures. And what I'm suggesting is that the Oceangate company or organization did not operate with the characteristics that are implicit with the operations of a high reliability organization. And one of those characteristics is the characteristic of the close call, as you suggested. High reliability organizations do not view near misses as a proof of success. Rather, for high reliability organizations, look at things or near misses, such as what has been reported with previous incidents of the undersea voyages as incidents to be taken very seriously, incidents to be taken to look back at and dissect completely to understand any potential safety implications.
We've all seen the CBS report last year where Oceangate's CEO showed off how simple the vessel was, with one power button, 2 computer screens, and a gaming controller for steering. Were you taken back by this? And can you talk about how simplicity isn't always a good thing?
The oversimplification, perhaps, of the vessel, where we're not looking at something that's like an elevator where you press a button going up and down to the bottom of the seafloor to engage in observation of the wreck of the Titanic. It's a very complex operation that would require very skilled operators and very complex technical backups for the backups to operate safely in the event of any unforeseen or foreseen incident that could occur in these high-risk operations.
What lessons do you think will be taken away from this tragedy?
A lesson that I would suggest that can be taken away from this unfortunate tragedy is that companies that engage in high-risk operations, either for exploration or tourism, should consider operating in either a self-imposed or regulatory environment that adopts a strict safety-first goal and purpose, such as those of high reliability organizations. In other words, these organizations should have backups for the backups or suspenders for the suspenders.
Thanks so much for joining us, Professor.
Thank you.